Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to a podcast for the first time over Shatter Coin. I would like to talk to you about my coin. We developed it especially to bring it out there to all your uh, people that would like to take away from the paper trail and would like to just buy things with 100% privacy. So, what we have in mind is we have created a token with its utility that you can use it to buy uh, whatever special purchase you feel like buying. Uh, in this case, we can use it for weed. No, um, you can just go out there and go to your local dealer, make an order with your Shatter Coin, send that money up. It comes to your door. He deposits the things you order from him in your mailbox, maybe face to face, but there's absolutely no paper trail. Um, if you're the smaller dude, let's be honest, you also want to make your money. You don't want to get busted by the police. People can put an order on the app. You can just accept that order, deliver your stuff, get your payment through your address straight to your wallet. If the cops ever like come on to 100% contact while you're changing your stuff. There's no paper trail. There's no money. There's no money they can follow. But you have your assets like straight into your wallet one instant after the order being placed.
Yeah.
Uh, so, like, let's say you want to buy some good weed from your straight dealer in the corner, but you don't want your parents to like look into your bank transfers and see you paid some shady dude uh, on the corner of the street for a pretty high amount, whatever amount it may be. Um, you can just go to the Waves.Exchange, load up some Shatter Coin, pass that to your dealer. He's gonna accept that, and your parents can ask you like whatever what are you doing with that transaction. It's 100% secret. They cannot find out. If you wanna go it that way.
I love that you had to go for the kid with the parents. You don't want to.
I mean, it's a real world. We're also getting more and more legalization across the world, and vendors are also constantly struggling with laws and bylaws. Like you can only have a certain amount of weed, uh, or you can have a certain amount of cash. If you exceed that amount of cash in your vault, you're probably selling more weed. So it actually complicates the vendors in all kinds of manners. Um, let's say you have a wallet. Um, you put your wallet. You say you accept Shattercoin. We calculate the price of what you're selling to the value of the shadow coin. Now, we are not fixed yet on the value, but depending on how much investment we get, the price shall rise, of course. So let's say you are a vendor, you set your price. You don't have actually to have any money in your register whatsoever.
Yeah, so that
People
would
come
kind of
in,
limit the robbing too. Just thinking about it.
also,
Like
yeah,
that wasn't
also for
actually
security.
I've ever thought about. Is the fact that
Like,
for all the I've been in some dispensaries down in Florida, right? And in the dispensaries they have to have armed guards. So the reason they need armed guards is because people are just. You would think it would be that they're going after the product. They're not going after the product. There's a lot of money being transferred. They force the transfers into cash, so on camera. And honestly, it's such an archaic method that Shatter just makes it so much more secure.
Yeah, you don't need a bank account, which they're not allowed to have right now.
That is
If
very true. That is very
that
true.
is
They could
really, really
finally
true.
they could finally have a bank account.
I
and it
mean,
wouldn't be managed by anybody else except for themselves, they could have it stored
yeah,
on a computer.
Yeah, that is a
you
good
get
point.
their fixed address, you make your transfers straight to their wallet. They can check that straight in the website or straight in the app. like, all right, this dude paid for so much shatter tokens. That's it amount. That's the amount he was gonna get.
Like, I was
Um,
also thinking about the fact that in the future I want to push to have it so there's some different websites that you can go onto if you have your medical card. Now, if you go on and you go onto these trades, like you'll deal with some European sites and you'll deal with some United States sites, and they all have to they use different tender, and it's actually quite annoying because of the fact that from the United States, if you go into Euro, you're getting you're getting screwed in the deal, like so, like when you're thinking about it, if it was just okay, so I'm going onto the website and I personally want to get some weed, and okay, so there's some I need to put in a deposit. Okay, what do I need to deposit? Oh, I just need to deposit shatter. Oh, okay, I have that. I've used that at my local dispensary. And oh, I can just I don't need to use PayPal or anything. I can just use this shatter coin. Oh, that is
exactly,
very
exactly.
very helpful.
No middleman. That is, you just store it yourself. That's the one thing I really like about crypto.
Yeah, no, that is definitely something that drew me into the first place to crypto was the fact that but it's so archaic right now. Like everybody's just
It really
jumping.
is.
Like with let, let's be realistic. The reason this coin was started was because of the instability of so many other coins. Like
I
this,
mean, that there's like it's still a really like a pity we could not take the original name, the dream name we were going
yeah,
for,
that
because
wasn't cool.
there was already a coin with the name that we wanted to use, so we got reported. But it's such a shame that they don't have any utility. They just sit there. They
They're
hold the
flatlined.
name, and there's like 100, 200
They're like that. Do you
utility.
remember? Did you watch South Park? Like there was an episode of South Park, right? And Cartman's sitting in his basement, and he's like 600 pounds. Like that's what I imagine the user that owns the weed coin name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Warcraft one.
Yeah, man. He
Yeah, you
stole
get what I'm
the dream
saying. Like
name.
he couldn't move. Cartman was like bathroom, bathroom.
I mean, like the main reason, like for example, Snoop Dogg is not trending
The fact that Snoop Dogg is trending for something that is just a pump and dump for some billionaire that is not so imagine you're Snoop Dogg, right? So first off, Snoop Dogg, if you're listening to this ever, you should have bought it earlier. Anyways, that's besides the point. So
Hey Snoop,
so Snoop
say
Dogg
hi.
bought Doge above a penny a coin. Do you know how hilarious that is? The fact that Snoop Dogg, a billionaire himself probably, had to pay a penny per Dogecoin and then had to promote it.
Think he
So
sold
Oof,
it yet?
I went down.
no, it went down because Elon Musk dumped it and went to Bitcoin. So I mean, there's that. So the whole point of this in general is to build a stable coin that can be used for a gateway to be able to have the transactions, the usage. Ethereum has got a really high gas price. A lot of things have a really high gas price. This doesn't have a gas price.
That's what's insane to me, being somewhat new to crypto, just how expensive some of these transactions are. I really like that Waves.Exchange for that reason.
Yeah, wait, I'm actually new to the Wave.Exchange, and comparing it to Binance, like the verification it took to get into Binance, you're sitting on the edge of your seat, like with your hands, like on your knees, hoping that this stupid website lets you get in and buy crypto, and then it makes you wait, and then it'll be like your picture was blurry.
And then if you're in the US and want to do the really good trades, you have to get a VPN or something, and
it gets out of hand. And also, like, I've paid attention to it. Like, you look at the charts and you look at what the popular coins are. First off, they're horrible to invest in. Like, not all of them. I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying, like, there is a large amount that are being pumped and dumped right now, and they're completely destroying the price because of the fact that there's no real activity from the dev team. Like, the dev team's not coming on being like, hey, you guys need to quit that, or they need to back it up with their own coins. They need to be like, hey, you're not going to sit here pumping our coin. We're trying to keep a stable setup. Like, why aren't we seeing any backing from these coins when these pumps are happening? They should be back, to make sure that their coins are correct and stable. They're happy with these massive jumps. They lose value because of the fact that, say I want to go on and I want to buy something, like, great, now it's worth 10 times more, and now I don't have enough of that coin.
I haven't had that feeling yet. Being kind of new.
And then
Every,
go ahead, Venom.
everything is like crazy in this market.
There's no set, like, hey, we're gonna do something that isn't just gonna be a project, like, idea. Like, Ada is doing great. Like, I'm actually really looking forward to the Ada stuff. So we might be looking into trying to get them to help us into their wallets right there. Need to use some shatter in there.
Yeah, if it's not happening right now, in the very near future, we're gonna see like kind of a revolution happen, sort of like with the iPhone or personal computer, like that with the crypto world when people just realize old archaic systems aren't working. They have to pay all these fees to just keep their money in a bank, and then if the bank goes under, they have to worry about losing their money or having limits on how much they can take out each day.
Yeah, actually, that's something that really got me into crypto in the first place. It's kind of one of my selling pitches when I'm at work, just. And when I'm there, I tell people, so when you get your paycheck, what do you do? Well, I go and I pay my bills, and then I go in and I have a couple good nights. Like Friday, I go out and go to the bar and play pool and drink, and okay, that's cool. And then what do you do? Oh, and then I'll end up getting some extra food, take out stuff like that. So all that extra stuff, like, so how much, if you were to take away all that stuff, how much would you have? Like, if you were to have a percentage, you how much would you have? Oh, well, I'd say like $200. Well, if you take that $200 and you put it into a crypto, that $200 could turn into $400 in a couple days. Like, that's not like a smoke, pipe dream. Like, that you could see that. Oh, that you must be making that up. Well, the way crypto works is value increases because people recognize it and trust it. The problem is, if you look at the market right now, people don't trust it. Like, they look at the volatility of all these pump and dumps. You need to have a stronger team backing the coin with the majority shares of the coin to guarantee that dumps won't occur. You need to make sure that you can add some security to your investors. Like, wanna know what I'm sick of? Okay, let's all talk about the fact of, let's all talk. I hate having to invest in 30 coins. I mean, and hope that one day I'll see something happen on one of them, or just hoping that one day I don't look at it and see negative 40.
Well, okay, but I mean, in any case, the crypto market right now gives like everybody an opportunity to make a good investment, to actually multiply the money that they are putting into it. Like if you have like $100, like you just said, and you go and buy lottery tickets, you can probably get 48% of that money back. So you're actually losing money. Now, if you let's say put those 100 euros or dollars into a crypto, and you just leave it there, maybe with a possible staking rewards. Just put it safe there, just like ADA. I personally, come back a month later, you're probably gonna have a lot more than you had before. And ADA is so good right now that you're probably gonna make profit. Like if you have like the future and a roadmap and like everything piece by piece worked out and you perform better than the last project you had, you're always gonna get people interested and people are gonna like putting money into that because it's making them money and that's healthy for everyone, you know. But like
You
a
want to know
bank,
one
no man.
you brought up a point that I just was thinking about is also we mentioned it earlier when we were talking before we got in this. Uh, we're also not something that was created in 2018. Like we're an active coin that's just being developed and is ready to go for the gusto. Like we're going for.
I mean, um, look like that's perfectly right what you said. Look at these coins. They already have the name that we were like planning to use. They already reported us, but they're basically doing nothing. They just lay there dormant um, because there's no interest. They don't put the effort into it. So if we put the effort into it, we can make it big. And if everybody that comes in early can get that certain amount of money into it, that will help us make it something that will make everybody use it for something, you know? We make the utility ourselves. But
What the reality is you're right with that. It's the gateway. So what we are looking for with the podcast in general is the fact that we want people to start understanding that as the project grows, like we're able to make the project more. So as more is invested into it, this isn't like a short term thing. We're not expecting to be doing and bumping up right away. I mean, we're gonna come in hard. Like I believe the best way to go into any situation is you have to go all in. You have to be ready to be fully dedicated to whatever it is, and I've seen that in previous projects that I've done. So Project Shatter will obviously be doing that. We're gonna push get to the top right away. But the thing is once we get there, we're gonna stay there. Like,
um,
Yeah.
what I want to say is like, look at STMX. They have an app. They have everything behind it. Um, you can actually just buy into the app itself, buy some coins, put it in the wallet, let it stake. Um, go on AliExpress, go on eBay, buy something, earn back money. That is actually utility that's being dormant. Um, because there's nobody there promoting it. There's nobody like, yo guys, use this app. You can get a crypto back. Like that's 100% utility. Um, I don't know why people don't use it because there's no promoting for it. So we have to get it like out there to everybody to get any kind of wave, you know?
yeah, the reality is we're not going to be doing it like the other cryptos where we're completely just focused on companies. Like the reality is this is also a utility that could be used by an average person. This isn't just
So
a
billionaires,
no. Go ahead, Bill. You can.
so billionaires involved with it. Which it seems like every other coin just is one or two people or a small group of people that own most of it, and it just for us common folks, it makes it harder.
That
If
it.
they decide they don't want it someday, the money we put into it, when they dump it, it just goes nowhere.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're bringing up like a super strong point. The reality is there's no billionaire starting this coin. The purpose of this coin is going to have a big purpose, like a big worldly purpose. That's like what I do believe it has. But it's not starting with some $1 billion person who's like, I think I can do this. Well, no, it's this can be done. like someone's going to do it, and I believe it's going to be Shatter. I think that it's a very easy thing to use. I think that, as a ease of access, that's it was unbelievable how quick it was with the exchange.
In the U.S., at least, it's the next couple of years. I just see it exploding in popularity. The legal marijuana market and crypto would be
Yeah,
the
that is true.
perfect
Yeah,
solution there.
I
yeah,
agree
yeah.
with that.
But I think the crypto is a solution for everything. To be honest, um, we give so much more power to people. Um, you give so much more investment power to people, and also after a good investment, no matter what kind of investment, you always get a good reward after it. But the thing about crypto is like you can get like the fresh fruit, the the very first, biggest, freshest, bestest,
Yeah, they don't really.
because
People aren't going to really catch right away how early this fruit is. Like it's early, but it's sweet. Like if you get in early, like there was some shares earlier that went out for an unbelievably low amount. How many went out?
I mean, we sold like 20K for 20
20K was
bucks.
low as I sold mine.
Uh,
I sold 950K out of mine.
I mean, it's already out. There's already investment into it. There's people already interested in it. Uh,
You want to know what
there are
was
some
interesting
market
to
sales
me?
there, so
Was on the exchange, right? And so I'm used to Binance, but I like on the Waves exchange how it lets you pick your buys and sells. So if I put a price that's lower than yours, it's gonna be accessible for somebody or higher than. So I can sell it to you. So say there's no market open. So say everybody's holding their coins, they don't want to give them up, and you have to look at the market and nobody's wanting to sell, so the price is a little high. I mean, think about that. That means the value's up.
yeah, right, totally. We're aiming for the for shattering the moon. We're gonna shatter the moon. We're gonna bring it out there. Everybody can get a new astronaut suit. We're gonna shatter the moon. Yeah, man.
So I think we are gonna wrap it up for this first podcast episode, though. Thanks for joining me, you guys.
Yeah, all right. Sorry for the lags.
Yeah.
I'm here, I'm here in the basement.
But we're gonna try and do podcast probably. Well, I'd like to do it more often than not, so we'll figure it out as we go.
All
And
right, that's
we'll see you
perfect.
guys next time.